Check out these puzzles. They're a combination of 3 different things in the puzzle world: Burr puzzles, puzzle locks, and 3D printing. They're made by Arkwood Puzzles, and you'll find out more about them in today's episode. Welcome to episode 99 of Puzzle Time. We are getting geared up here for episode 100. We're going to giveaway for these 2 Pelican puzzles. We're going to be doing draws, a draw for each one. All you have to do to enter that draw is comment on any videos from episode 95 to episode 99. So this is the last episode where you'll be able to comment and get entered into the draws to win these. This is the Wishing Well. This is the Triple 3. They are great puzzles from Pelican. Enter and you will get what you're own for free of charge if you win. Okay, in today's episode we are doing, if you watched episode 98, we did some of the Arkwood puzzles. Today we are going to do 3 more of those that came out in that release from Arkwood Puzzles here recently. And these are the puzzle lock versions, 3D printed puzzle locks. And this is the big mama jamma here, right here. This is called the Burr Lock E. Again, this is designed by Christoph Lowe. It's 26 moves to solve this puzzle, which means it is a level. Do you know what the level is on this one? You didn't actually put it on here. I think it's a level 7, hey? I believe it's a level 7.
No, this one was a level 8.
Was it a level
this
8?
one was harder, a little bit.
So that makes sense. 26 moves. It's a little bigger. It's got the, so this one's a little different because
so
it's got the key
can
out the
move.
front here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Steps.
Now, one thing to explain on these 2. Now, these are Burr puzzles, and Burr puzzles have an unwritten rule that you don't generally do rotational moves, which would mean you're moving up, down, left, right, back, forth. But rotation means you're spinning a piece. And so generally, in Burr puzzles, unless they specify it, the spin move is kind of an illegal move. So you'll notice here the key in the front of this puzzle, if you hold it like this, is vertically positioned. When you put it back together, you can apparently position it horizontally. And when you do position it horizontally, it allows you to do a rotation move at one point in the solve. So there is a rotation move that allows you to do, which allows you to bypass the 26 moves at the 11th move. So, and that's only if the key, though, starts in the horizontal position.
Yeah, well, you can see there's one that goes down and then a spike that comes across this way.
Off the key, you're saying.
But and then there's this pot here where the spike can go turn this way instead.
Yeah, so that'd
so
probably be where that, key. Yeah. You almost have 3 different solves you could do on this puzzle. And again, with these lock puzzles, you just got to take everything out, right? So it's not like you're just trying to release the shackle, which is kind of what you do on a normal lock. You are trying to pull the all the pieces out of the frame. So all these purple pieces, all of the key, and then the lock itself, the shackle here, will come out. Also, that's the solve on this. So your whole thing is to take them apart and then put it back together. Yeah. Anything else, Linnea, you got on this one? It's a big one. I like this one.
There's a lot of moves. Like just getting it back to the beginning, I think I was at least 10 moves in. So these
are really, really nicely made. They've got a great feel to them. So yeah, that's Burr Lock E is this one here. Let's move on to do the Spiral Lock. Now, Linnea, you comment on this one, something that you noticed with this puzzle. What did you see?
So if you look at this one right away, it kind of has a similar resemblance to our Quad L puzzle, our metal puzzle, where you have to get the 4 L's off the frame.
Yep.
So to me, that makes me wonder if it's a similar solve and a similar maze on the inside where the movements might replicate that.
It could definitely be some similarities between them, because it definitely has that spiral pattern. It's 4 L's, Quad L. Yeah.
And once you get into it, you can see quite a bit.
You can, yeah.
I'm only 3 moves in here, and you can already see kind of the whole thing going on inside there.
And you can see there's some engraving on the side here. Hold it up real close here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's some right here. You see there. So there's some engraving on these, and that kind of seems to be a theme in these puzzles, is that there's some engraving as you open them up. I like that. So you definitely cannot see at the start. Yeah, so this is a level 7. It's 21 moves to solve it. And okay, now this is actually something else on this one that stood out to me, is that it's almost, there's like a texture to the pattern on here. Like you'll notice on a lot of these, it's all just a straight color. This one has some sort of a weird texture in the filament that he used on the frame of this puzzle. So it's like gray and white, and I don't know if it's gonna really show up well, but you can see that. I don't know how he did that. I think it looks really cool and gives this puzzle a really unique look to it. And again, like the other puzzles here that we're doing today, your solve is just pull everything out and then put it all back in. So yeah, this is designed by Christoph Lowe and so made by Andrew Crowell of Arkwood Puzzles. That's the Quad L. Nope, not Quad L. Spiral Lock. I almost called it Quad L. Spiral Lock right there. Okay, and last but not least is the T-Lock. Now this one's a little different in that it was designed by Andrew Crowell. The other ones are all designed by Christoph Lowe. It is inspired by Christoph Lowe design, so is what he says kind of in the thing there. And you can see we figured out, we played with this a little bit beforehand. We were having trouble getting some of the moves. I like this, the first moves that T pushes in, the one comes down and the other T goes over. I was hoping that the fourth one would move, but it doesn't. That was some of the first moves we found on this one. It is a level 7 on the Puzzle Master difficulty rating scale, which runs from 5 to 10. It's 15 moves to solve this puzzle. It's 15 moves to get the first piece out. 31 moves to solve the whole puzzle. So, even more to my point, I mean, this is 31, this is 26, and somehow this one's a harder difficulty game. I don't know. I don't get it. It's interesting.
Maybe once you remove one piece, it's like gives you more hints on where you have to move next, whereas this one, the pieces don't move out as fast, maybe.
I mean, with these bird puzzles, you get the first piece is often the most moves to get out. I mean, this one's 15, so it's almost half the moves to get the first piece out. So there's a lot of work there. But I mean, with them, you just kind of end up having a lot more space. So your moves generally start high to remove the first piece, and then it goes lower as to remove the next pieces, because there's so much space and ability to remove things as you go. Yeah, that's these lock puzzles from Arkwood Puzzles. I really like these. They're great. So definitely check them out. Go to our website, puzzlemaster.ca, and find more. Get into the online buzz.
The online buzz.
Hey, online buzz on air. Now, do you want to do this one?
There's some really big ones in our online buzz too that we were super excited about.
Linnea's been doing research, and she finds these guys on YouTube, and they are, or I guess not
Facebook,
Facebook, and
Instagram
YouTube. So,
sometimes. Depends where I'm looking at.
Yeah. So where did you find the first one, Linnea?
The first one was on Facebook. So many of you have heard of us mention the group Puzzle Friends on Facebook. Yes. Very popular, very well-known puzzle people on there.
Yeah.
Good designs.
It's run by Dave Holt. He's the guy who does, I think it's Dave Holt, is it? Maybe not. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But there's a whole bunch of the puzzles. It's a big place where like a lot of the puzzle designers and community guys that are really at the core of this and have been doing this for like decades get together and talk.
Yeah.
So Puzzle Friends, yeah.
So the one, well, there's a couple I found on there, but one of them was Bruno Puzzle Maker.
Yeah.
So he does 3D printed stuff as well. There's 2 puzzles of his that stood out to me quite a bit. There's one that's pinned to the top of this group, and it's called the Cafe Latte puzzle.
Yeah.
So it's a packing puzzle. It's a white cup that you got to pack all the colored pieces into. So
yeah, it looked like your generic like white coffee cups with like it had like a what was that called, like a sleeve for like the sleeve for if your coffee's hot.
Yeah.
It had that on there, and then it looked like the pieces spiraled into it.
Yeah, they kind of maze down. There's only like one little opening on the top of the cup with the centerpiece.
Yeah, and they seemed to spiral in. It was really unique looking puzzle. Yeah, and so because Bruno we didn't just see everything on Facebook. He had some other stuff too. Like there's some other links and things.
Yeah, he had his blog page or whatever as well.
And then that cheese puzzle looked cool too, hey?
Yeah, so it was a maze puzzle where you drop the steel ball in from the top and then you have to move. There's 3 or 4 sliders. You have to shift in and out to get the ball through the pieces and all.
It looked like a big thing of like cheese with some holes, and in the holes is kind of where the marble traveled through the puzzle. It was quite unique and interesting. I liked it. We checked out Bruno Puzzle Maker. Man, we've talked about this before, but we often get puzzles in here at Puzzle Master from stuff we find here at the Online Buzz. And I honestly, man, I hope Bruno Puzzle Maker is one of those, because this was really cool stuff. And again, 3D printed, so there's a lot of 3D printed stuff coming out. Okay, next. And yeah, you found this guy. It's a French guy, and I would actually call him we couldn't understand his videos. I don't speak French, but this guy, Fabien Olicard, kind of struck me as like the French Chris Ramsey. His videos were very like high quality, like Chris does. He comes out of he's a mentalist, and I don't totally understand what that means, but he's a mentalist. So Chris was a magician that came into the puzzle world. This guy's a mentalist that's coming into the puzzle world. A lot of similarities between him and Chris Ramsey, and I liked his stuff. So he did a couple puzzles on his site. Again, it was French, so we couldn't understand stuff, because puzzles is kind of unique language, and when you watch them. So we watched him solve the Tesla box, and so that's the Andy Gilker one. Andy Gilker is a Canadian puzzle designer, but he did solve the Tesla box on there. And there's lots of solutions of that out there. But one he did solve that I hadn't seen before, that neither of us had seen before, it was a Jean-Claude Constantine puzzle called the Smiley Box. Now, Linnea, you actually caught this. Now, the Smiley Box is essentially, it's a box with a little smiley face in the front, on the top, and then there's like a box underneath it. And this top puzzle, what did it look like again?
So we carry a lot of Jean-Claude's puzzles, and this one is one we had for a bit. I don't know if we still have it in stock.
No, we didn't actually have this specific puzzle. The
one on top that it looks like. It looks like the Gross Mall.
Gross Mall. Now, if you go to our website, check out Gross Mall. I know the solution to that. Linnea, you know the solution?
I think I've seen it once or twice, but I forget what it is.
I like the solution. It's got a really unique solution. This is one of my favorite Jean-Claude puzzles, but it's really simple. Now, obviously, this is a box that Jean-Claude made so the top of it wasn't exact, but it was very, very similar to Gross Mall. And the solution, I imagine, is going to be exactly the same. Now, we watched Fabien solve the puzzle, and the way he solved it was incorrect. So it's kind of a two-step puzzle where he solves the top and gets a piece out, and then goes to solve another part of it.
Yeah. Could you call it a sequential discovery, since you have to use a tool to open it?
You could actually. It might you could call it
an easy one, but
you could call it a sequential discovery puzzle. Yeah. But the thing that bugged me is that Fabien did the top wrong. I know that Gross Mall puzzle, and I know what the solution is, and it's a beautiful solution. But he did it wrong. What he did is he unscrewed it. He unscrewed the eye, essentially, and solved it that way, and kind of fell out. And I get it. If you're not familiar with Jean-Claude stuff, he does have a lot of screw stuff in it, and if you just sometimes they're loose and you can't unscrew them. But that's definitely never what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Not always, but 99% of the time that's not what you're supposed to do. And so Fabien did solve it incorrectly. I did not like that, so that bugged me. But it was a really good video, and I enjoyed seeing it. It was a cool puzzle. I hope we get this Smiley Box here at Puzzle Master. We do not have it right now, but I suspect maybe there's some Jean-Claude stuff coming in.
We do have a palette coming, so it could be a new one that we haven't got. He did post it recently, so.
Yeah, we'll do it. And when this comes in, we're going to do the Smiley Box on our show, and then we'll show you guys what Fabien did, and we'll show you guys the real solution. I know what it is, and it's really good. So, yeah, check him out, though. Fabien Olicard. Check out his channel on YouTube. I don't know much about him, but he is French, and he is, like I said, a mentalist and does some puzzles. So, yeah, probably fairly new to the puzzle realm. I'm going to guess. Just guess. So, yeah, that's the end of Online Buzz for today. That's the end of our episode. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you go to our website and check out all this stuff by Arkwood Puzzles, because they are great and huge and really awesome 3D printed puzzles. We do have lots of stuff coming in. You can check us out where, Linnea? On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And then you can also check out our website, and you can subscribe to our newsletter on there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel too. Click the bell to get notifications when we put out new videos. Linnea's doing a lot of the hashtag shorts these days, and they are just blowing up, man. Cool thing to mention, we actually got to 38 or 39 million on one of our shorts. So that was pretty proud moment. So yeah, Linnea's been doing some good work. So check out her hashtag shorts. Go to puzzlemaster.ca. Check out the tab for new puzzles coming in, because that's what we are looking there all the time. And that's where all the the hottest new information coming out. Also, go to our Facebook page, and we have a live video we do on there. And that's just me and Chuck, one of our other guys here who does video with me. And we are showing you on the Facebook Live. We're often showing a lot of like stuff that's just come in. So if you want like cutting edge, brand new information, new puzzles that are like literally I've often pulled straight out of the shipping box when they come in. They don't go onto our website for a couple of days afterwards. Our Facebook Live is a place to do that. We shoot those on Thursdays at 3:30 Saskatchewan time here. Saskatchewan's our province here in Canada.
Central Standard.
But we do, so Central Standard Time. But check us out there. Thanks guys for watching. See you later.